Hey, Josh here. If you're trying to see a full overview of demoing how the Done app works and what it looks like in a live environment, check out this video instead. But if you're here mostly to understand and see what the application looks like inside of the Builder Studio, that's what this one is for. And then we'll jump into individual videos for specific pages, functions, and data collections in the application later on. So what you see here is the home page, the website workspace of the Done template inside of your Builder Studio. You're going to see your menus, your footers, you're going to see your home page, and then the About page that we have right here. When we jump up to our workspace menu and then quick switch over to app, you're going to see the full layout of all of the pages for the application itself. And so if we click into the app homepage, you're going to see this box right here. To the left, you'll just see if someone's trying to sign in or sign up and they're not authenticated, the app will redirect them to this page instead. And then to the right of this, you're going to see a section for each specific page that gets opened up when a certain menu is selected by the user. So if the user is looking at their own tasks, they're going to see the My Tasks section come up. If they're looking at all of the teams, they're going to have their own team ones here. And that same thing extends to projects, managing teams, profiles, components that are used in different spots, admins, dashboard page, the first thing that you see, statuses, so being able to update statuses for tasks as well as projects. And then beneath that, you're also going to see two sections. One, the app install prompt page. So these are prompts that pop up whenever a user opens a specific set of pages that are designated in your PWA settings, which is under our publish option, set up progressive web app. Whenever someone hits those pages, it's going to automatically trigger a flow that can show these to your user to get them to download and install your application to their device, like an app on their home screen of their mobile phone. And so that's going to come right here as well. And then also we've got our Builder Assistant widget that is built into this project too. It's going to help you understand what data is being used throughout your application, what page is being used where, and it becomes really helpful in the live environment when we're testing. And again, we'll have a full video talking just about that as well. So that's what's in our app workspace that we have. You'll see two other workspaces. These are relatively minor. Let's jump to our user authentication workspace. This is a pattern that is probably our most used pattern in all of the Builder Studio. It lets anybody have a really simple way of having a professional sign in and sign up authentication process for users for their application. The next workspace I want to jump into is our style guide. So the style guide is something that we like to build into projects when we can that gives us a home base for here's what the different types of elements in your application will look like. It's a really good example to highlight how Builder makes it really easy for you to build scalable design systems. So let's just use this quick example. I've got all my buttons here. Obviously, these ones all look a little bit different than this one. And that's because the primary button class of button is used in all of these cases. But we amend that primary button class with a specific utility class to adjust how that looks when we want to. The most common example I really have for this is oftentimes you have a delete button or some sort of negative button that is usually not what a user clicks, but if they're deleting something, canceling, something like that, usually that button has a very specific look. And so this is a really good example of where you want your buttons to have the same font size, the same general size. You want to keep that consistent. So if you ever want to change it, you want to change it in all of your button cases. In this case, we've got that done here for our button class that all of these buttons have. And then our button delete is simply saying, instead of the background color and border color being what it was for these ones, let's go ahead and make them red. And then let's make the color of the font white. And so we've changed the way our negative, our delete button in this case, looks to help design the application really easily in the future. And so that's the initial overview of the Done template inside of the Builder Studio. So stick around, we're going to dive into some more specific things inside the Done template in some of the next videos.